You don't have 10 hours to build email automation, but you have 1 hour a week. I'm Charles Clayton, and I've spent 15 years building email systems for Fortune 500 companies. And I'm going to show you how to do email marketing in just 1 hour a week. No automation, no sequences, no complex setup. Just 3 emails you send manually, 1 hour a week. That's it. Let's get into it. Here's what's actually happening. Email keeps falling to the bottom of your list because every article tells you to build automated sequences with behavioral triggers and dynamic segmentation. And you think, I don't have time to learn all that, so email doesn't happen. Here's the thing. You don't need automation to make money with email. You need 3 simple emails that you send manually 1 hour a week. That's it. All right, here are the 3 emails you need. We're going to send them manually 1 hour a week total. Email 1's the new contact email. This is what you send to anyone new who joins your list this week. Could be they downloaded something, filled out a form, signed up for a trial. Once a week, you send them this email to everyone new from that week. That's it. Here's what it says. Subject: thanks for joining. Hey, thanks for downloading our guide or signing up. Here's what happens next. I send 1 email per week with name to value provide. If you need anything, just reply. 5 sentences, that's it. Here's how this works. Every Tuesday morning, you log into your email platform. Look at who joined in your last 7 days. Send this email to all of them at once. Copy someone if you have to, or use your platform's send a segment feature. This takes 10 minutes. Here's an example. Suppose 8 people joined your list last week. Tuesday morning, you send the email to all 8. You personalize the subject line if your platform does that. If not, just keep it generic. 10 minutes, done. Okay, email 2, this is the high intent email. This is what you send to people who showed buying signals this week. They visited your pricing page. They watched a demo. They replied to your last email asking questions. Once a week, you send this email to everyone who showed intent. Here's what it says. Subject line is quick question. I noticed you checked our pricing. Most people at this stage want to know some question. Got 15 minutes to talk this week? Send them the calendar link. That's it. 4 sentences. Here's how this works. Every Wednesday, you check your email platform. Look for people who visited your pricing page. Look for people who clicked multiple links. Look for people who replied. Write down their names. Send this email to all of them. Takes 20 minutes. Here's an example. Suppose 5 people visited your pricing page this week. You send this email to all 5. Personalize the first line. I noticed you checked our pricing. 20 minutes. Done. Email number 3. This is the quarterly cleanup. This is what you send to people who haven't engaged in 90 days. You send this once per quarter, not every week. Here's what it says. Start with a subject line, still relevant, and you say, I noticed you haven't opened my emails in a while. If this isn't relevant anymore, no hard feelings. Reply yes if you want to stay, otherwise I'll remove you. This email feels scary. You're asking people to leave, but here's what happens. Half of them unsubscribe. Good. They weren't opening anyway. The other half reply yes, and now you know they're engaged. So once per quarter, choose it. You spend 30 minutes doing this. You filter your list for people who haven't opened in 90 days. Send them that email. Remove everyone who doesn't respond after 7 days. That's it. 30 minutes, 4 times a year. That's email 3, done. All right, let's do the math. Email 1. That takes 10 minutes every Tuesday. Email 2, that takes 20 minutes every Wednesday. And email 3, that's 30 minutes once per quarter. Total weekly time, 30 minutes. Total quarterly time, 1 hour. So average per week, 37 minutes. You said you had an hour, so you're already under budget. Listen, this isn't the perfect email system, but perfect takes 10 hours a week. You don't have 10 hours, you have 1 hour. And this system in 1 hour a week will drive more revenue than doing nothing. All right, here's what exactly you should do this week to get this going. Monday, write your 3 email templates. Block off 1 hour. Write email 1, email 2, and email 3. Save them somewhere you can copy them every week. Google Docs, Notion, doesn't matter. That's Monday, done. Tuesday, send email 1. Look who joined your list in the last 7 days. Send them all email 1, 10 minutes. Wednesday, send email 2. Look who showed buying intent this week. Pricing page visits, demo views, replies. Send them all email 2. Again, this takes 20 minutes. Thursday, do nothing. Yeah, you're done. Emails handled for the week. Friday, let's check what happened. Did anyone reply? Did anyone book a call? Did someone buy something? Write it down. This takes about 5 minutes. Now, week 1 took about 2 hours because you were busy writing all the templates. Every week after that, this takes about 30 to 40 minutes. That's the system. Okay, here's what happens after you do this for 8 weeks. You prove email can drive revenue with 37 minutes a week. Then one of two things happens. Option one, you keep doing it manually. If 37 minutes a week is working and you're making money, keep doing it. You don't need to automate. Option two, you automate it. If you want those 37 minutes back in your life, now you automate. You've already proven it works. Now you just automate what's already working. Don't automate it until you prove it though. Listen, most people try to build the perfect automated system and never ever launch it. You're going to do the opposite. You're going to launch a simple manual system this week, prove it works, then decide if you want to automate. If you want help writing these 3 emails for your business, book a strategy call. Links in the description. I'll help you write them and set up your 1 hour per week system. Next week, I'm going to break down how writing email copy gets replies. No, this isn't going to be theory. This is going to be the actual steps and systems I use. All right. So I'm Charles Clayton, and I'll see you next week.